Disclaimer. We are unqualified and unapologetic. We are not professionals. We are not doctors. We are not therapists or mental health experts. Just a real couple living real life. So take what works, leave what doesn't. Let's do this.
Sessions and lessons unscripted. Say it twice so you don't forget it. Hey! Session lessons unscripted. Hit record, let the mess get edited in my head. Mic on, brain off, laugh lines, trade cards.
Would help to put the microphones on. What up, party people? I did it again. Oops, I did it. See, I shouldn't finish that because of red flags shooting up in the interwebs. Hello, everyone. I hope everybody's doing great. This is Joel, your host for Sessions and Lessons Unscripted. And, of course, on the other side of the table, the lovely Gloria Rosario. Hi.
Hello, everybody. How's it going?
Why you look so low?
The camera placement? I guess where we place the camera.
So, Glow and I have been I was going to say remodeling, but we're not remodeling. It's
Rearranging.
kind of rearranging. We got, I got some more monitors and setup. I'm changing the setup. I'm trying to hide wire mess, which just drives me up the you-know-what. And it drives the missus up the wall as well. I don't stop hearing about it.
No, I think it's because looking at from my vantage point to where you are, my camera is a little bit higher by a couple
Yeah, but
inches.
you know you could tilt it down, right?
Hold on.
But anyways, so today we were talking about actually in the midst of our shenanigans, we're talking about couples that tease each other and joke around. And then we heard on because what kind of inspired it was we were out over the weekend and we saw a TikTok and somebody had made a comment about it, and we were like, "That's us," because Glow and I, we both kind of give each other the business.
Yeah. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Sorry.
Look at you.
Just adjusted myself.
Just a ray of sunshine, this one. Look at her. For those of you listening, you guys need to jump over to YouTube and on Spotify and wherever they have video, because look at her. She's so nice. So how are you, my love? Tell everyone how you are.
Good. Hot and bothered.
Oh, my gosh.
It was Satan's butthole today.
What's with you and Satan's butthole?
How else would you describe the weather?
It's pretty hot. Although I will say this, over the years, I think I don't want to say I'm getting used to it, but I'm getting used to it. I mean, it gets warm every year. I don't know why people act brand new. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I just I don't like it. I don't like it.
Well, you have no choice. You know what I'm noticing too with this new setup? Before I was looking that way. Now I'm looking this way. I might have to make some changes, ladies and gentlemen.
I am happy with my side. Don't touch anything on my
Oh,
side.
God forbid I touch anything over there.
Well, no.
But then she
because-
asks me to set it up.
Well, you won't let me push buttons, so, you know.
Let me explain something to you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen out there listening and watching. No. We're not doing that. Look, I'm not gonna say I don't want to show you how all of this stuff works and what to push, but we've talked about this before, everybody. Her memory is not great. And I know for a fact that I'm going to end up doing stuff anyways.
But see, here's the thing. You don't give me the opportunity to work on my memory. See?
Yes, but
how that
dear,
works.
you have proven to me that this
He
is
just
the way.
wants to keep me under his thumb. and
No,
under
no,
control. That's
I
what it
don't.
is.
That's not my style.
Yes, it is.
My style is to keep my wits and not go crazy with you and your nonsense.
My nonsense. You chose this.
I sure did.
I was very upfront with him. I told him I'm crazy. I have a funky attitude. He knew all of this going in, and he still chose me.
I don't remember any of that. I gotta fix my my staring.
You're staring.
Yes, my what do you want to call it? Where am I looking?
Right here.
It's what is it like when you were a kid and you went for the school pictures? Who
Right
out there do you ever? You guys out there? You guys remember when you went for school pictures? I'm sure. I had mixed feelings about it. It was weird. It was nice because you could get out of class, right, and kind of screw around. It's like when it was your turn to go get your pictures, but then it was like your parents got you dressed up, did your hair. Yeah, I had hair back then. And then it was like you couldn't even, like with us, they didn't even want us to like move because it's like don't get dirty. But here, wear these white pants. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like I remember there was and I'm sure my mom still has this picture somewhere. So I was a baby. I was little. A toddler, and they had me pose for pictures, but just before that I was rolling around on the floor and just being a kid, right? So then all of a sudden I had these big brown or blackish dirty smears on my pant legs.
Did you poop yourself?
No, it was dirt from wherever the heck I was crawling. And if you look at the picture, I'm I'm hiding. I'm like hiding the dirt marks on my pants. So I'm like kind of I have this like clever little pose that I did, and that was just me trying to cover the dirt on my pants. True story, bro.
Awesome story, man.
So you're doing okay?
Yeah.
You're having hair malfunctions there. You're watching what?
No.
Netflix?
No.
Where you're supposed to be entertaining these good, fine people?
I'm about to pop
A what? Are you serious?
a Benadryl.
Oh, that totally did not. I didn't think that's where it was going.
What did you?
Papa, I'm going to go Papa, and I just thought you were going to say a zit.
Ew,
something.
you're nasty. Why would I do that on camera?
I don't know, because you're nasty.
You're nasty.
You're nasty. See what I
No.
mean? How we bicker.
I was gonna say I'm gonna take a Zanny, but no, this is a Benadryl.
The hell's a Zanny? I'm not into
Xanax?
drug. Oh, I'm not into drug culture, so I have no idea.
Over the counter medication.
Yeah, I don't know none of that stuff. Never done drugs ever. Ever.
Nerd.
Yeah, well. So, I've been okay, I guess. I can't complain too much.
So, my dear,
Yes,
what is the topic for today?
I already talked about that.
Oh, did we?
Welcome to Planet Earth, Mrs.
Welcome to
Rosario.
Planet Earth.
See, and she wants me to show her how to work this stuff. You see? Exactly. She just proved my point.
I still say that he doesn't want me to have any control.
You can believe whatever you want. You can believe in
But
Santa
see,
Claus and the
here's
Easter
the
Bunny.
thing, right?
Uh-huh.
So he complains that he doesn't want to teach me anything, but then
That's
he
not
complains.
true. See, I didn't say I don't want to teach you. I explained this to you many a times.
Okay, explain it again.
I will teach you, but you better take notes because the second that Oh, I don't know how to do this, or can you do this for me? Oh, woe to me. See, I'm trying to save my
Your face.
mental state, which is already messed up.
It's
But she right away she calls me the drama queen and the
Oh
the
no,
victim.
I'll admit it. I'm very dramatic.
Oh, you're so why you gotta be so dramatic? And look at her.
I know I'm
Oh, he doesn't want to teach me
No.
anything. He wants to
He
be
would
a
have taught
pig
me.
and not show this woman how to be independent. Go ahead.
First of all,
Come at me,
I
bro.
didn't call you a pig. First of all.
Come at me, bro.
First of all.
That is a little harsh calling each other a pig.
Yeah, exactly. And those words never left my mouth.
You were thinking it though.
Oh, you don't want to know what I'm thinking. We'd be divorced at this point.
That's not happening because it's not financially feasible.
We're stuck with
Yeah,
each
that's
other
not
whether we
happening.
want to or not.
At
At
least
this
not now,
point.
anyways.
Suckers.
Till
I'm
we,
gonna start a savings account.
yeah,
I'm gonna call it the divorce fund.
the escape fund. So, anyways, what the hell were we talking about? This show is just. I will admit, guys, today is kind of like we know what we want to talk about, but we have no idea what the hell we're doing today.
That's every day.
Well, this is true. But, anyways, what do you got? Should we watch? Actually, I like along with all this not remodeling, jeez, reorganizing and stuff. We've been kind of experimenting on stuff, and I told you guys before, Glow's got some stuff planned. We're not at liberty to discuss it right now, but there's stuff in the works. I got some stuff going on, and I'm trying to kind of learn how to do more stuff, and we're still.
It's been a busy week.
Yeah, it's been weird.
In short, that's what he's trying to say. It's been a long week.
I don't know, but well, I guess it's moving along pretty good. I think not quick enough, but all right. So then I guess we'll just get right into it, right? So this video that we saw on TikTok. Let me see if I probably should have had his name ready, right?
I was gonna say, I think you have to credit the person.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it right now. So, I think he's a one of those like kind of motivational speakers or self-help people.
Mm-hmm.
And I will grab his name real quick if I can find it. That was what was it, over the weekend, right?
Yes, someone's not prepared.
You're not prepared.
You're running the show today, dear.
I run the show every day.
And it's a shit show.
What?
So, anyways, guys, while this guy's trying to get his life together,
anyways, you can okay now you can be gone with you. All right, so the guy is Richard Talks, and he's on TikTok. So if you guys want to check out his content, it's pretty good. He was talking about couples that tease each other and have fun and play jokes on each other and stuff like that. And that's me and Glow. We're like always joking around, telling each other jokes, trying to make each other laugh, trying to out funny each other. And it's great, right? It makes the marriage really fun. It's like we got well, we're not only husband and wife, but I think we're like
he's my
thick as
bestie.
thick as thieves.
He's my bestie.
I was having a discussion with friends of mine about that today, which that's a whole nother subject for another day. But yeah, we goof around a lot. Look at her. She's a goofball.
No, people get annoyed with us sometimes, I think. We could tell that story about that one date that we had at the store? I think we've talked about it before.
Oh, yeah. So this was early on, and it's one of my favorite memories. Gloria and I had, it was wintertime. I wanted to decorate my tree, and Gloria would always do like a themed tree. So I'm like, oh, I want to do a themed tree too. So she was going to help me with my tree in my apartment, and we went to a hobby store, and of course they had all this stuff. And Gloria and I, it's like, if it's toys or like crafty stuff or what. Oh, Gesundheit, lady. Are you okay? Allergic to.
Ooh, I'm sorry, you guys. That came out of nowhere.
Well, you're allowed. You're human. You're human, so.
Yeah, excuse me. Sorry about that.
God bless you.
Anywho,
so we went to the store and we were walking around. We're like two total nerds, two geeks, right? And oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. And then we're
Yeah.
playing with stuff, and it says "try me," push buttons, pushing buttons, making all kinds of noise. People are just looking at us like we're nuts. So anyway, so we're walking down the aisles, kind of shopping. And then at one point, I had antler ears on, and I was walking around the aisle. And you had like ears on too, right? Didn't you put on a pair?
hold on. Take.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. Sorry, guys. No, I think so. I think I had an elf hat on.
Yeah, I think you were
Something
wearing like
random.
with bells on it or something.
Yeah, it was something completely random.
And it was funny because we weren't together at the time. I did it, she did it, and then we kind of met in one of the aisles, and we just both started like laughing because it's like we're acting so silly in this store.
Yeah, it
we
was
were
unplanned.
We were having fun. It was fun. So then we get into the line to pay, and we're laughing and joking around. And there was an older man in front of us, and he looked annoyed. And I think part of it was because his wife was shopping and he didn't want to be there. So he's like, hurry up. And then we're not making it any better for him because now he's waiting there. Now he's got to listen to these two idiots. And then, whatever. And then Gloria had, it was like genuine laughter, like happy laughter. And then Gloria put her head on my chest. And wow, that was my favorite moment.
I think that's the moment where I realized he was my person.
Yeah, it was so good. It was a good feeling. I that's one of my favorite memories of ours.
Yeah.
That, and then the one lady at the restaurant that kept wanting to shoo us out the door. So one of our first, I think it was the first date, right?
It was the first date.
So Gloria and I, we met, and I took her out for sushi. And we're, it's awkward already because we're just meeting after all we texted and stuff, but now we're face to face. So we're trying to make small talk. We're talking, and this lady, our server, served us, and it's normal for the server to keep coming by to see how you are, if you need anything, whatever. But she would come by and she's like, "Are you guys done?" And we're like, "No, like, you see there's still food on the plate." And which is really, if you think about it, it's kind of weird for a sushi place, right? Cause
no, let me tell you guys, okay? So the funny thing about this is that so like Joel said, it was like our first date. It was very awkward, awkward. There was no awkward silences, but there was like awkward moments, you know?
Yeah, we were both trying to find stuff to talk about or whatever.
And it's funny because I'm going to do it in her voice, and this is genuinely what she sounded like. You done? You done now? No, ma'am.
That was pretty good.
We're still eating. I was like, thank you. Comes back.
I could see the aggravation in your face.
She came back like 3 times, right?
Yeah, at least
and
3
each
or 4
time it's
times.
like, you done now? You finish? I take. But with the funky attitude that I'm like singing, I'm not like exaggerating, am I?
No, that's how it was.
Like, you done now? Oh, no, ma'am. Like, so finally, like the 3rd or 4th time that she comes around, I got annoyed. And I was like, look, there's still food on my plate.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was like, we will let you know when we're done. Thank you. You don't have to come back again. And she looked like she was so flabbergasted.
Yeah, because you said something.
No, it's because it wasn't near closing time, right?
No, it wasn't.
They weren't that busy. There was like maybe 2 or 3 other families there.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, because it was early dinner.
Yeah, it was early.
It was early dinner, so there was a couple.
Because when we dated, we'd go on like 20 dates every time. So we went sushi, the lake. I took her to a pumpkin patch.
And then we went to Starbucks.
We went to Starbucks. We took. What else did we do? I think there was something else. Oh, I'm having a brain fart. But yeah, every time people would make fun of us because every time we went out,
Yeah, it was like we would go on like 4 dates in one day, but
yeah.
So yeah, we had good memories and stuff. I don't have any like bad memories or awkward moments really.
No, I think part of the relationship is us. We make it fun all the time. It's not.
We don't take ourselves seriously.
No, I mean we have fun. I mean, of course, there's a time and place for everything. You're not gonna act like a complete dumbass all the time, but
Well,
yeah, that's most of the time, anyways.
no, but it's funny because it feels this September we'll be married 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it doesn't feel like it's been 3 years.
No.
Right? It doesn't feel like it. We've been through like so much in like the 3 years that I think.
Well, we met before the world got all goofy.
Right before the COVID shut everything down is when I met him.
Yeah.
And dating during COVID was kind of weird. Yes.
Well, we dated before it started.
Yeah.
And then things got weird. I mean, we still went places.
Oh, yeah. We still went places and stuff. We went to the park. We found things to do.
Yeah.
Even if it was just having coffee in his truck. Like.
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, those
times.
were. I used to call it the Joe Cafe. We'd go to Starbucks to get like drinks and like little snacks, and we just sit there. We just talk for like hours.
Yeah,
We'd
talk
talk.
forever.
There was like no pressure. It was just like I was talking to like an old friend.
Yes.
And now I want to choke him every day.
That's not true. She doesn't want to do that every day. Maybe every other day. Ditto.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I would not harm any hair on her head. You okay? You're kind
It's
of
funny.
sniffling.
All day I've been okay. And then the mic turns on and my allergies are like, hello, bitch.
That's what it said?
Yeah, it said hello, bitch.
All right.
It caught me off guard.
Well, I hope you guys are still tuned in, but listening to our shenanigans. Man, I gotta move my camera or something. Not right now,
This
obviously,
setup
but
feels so weird.
yeah,
to
it
me.
does feel weird.
This is-
Am I looking? I mean, I'm looking at the camera.
Okay,
right?
when you look where you looked right now,
Yeah,
you're looking right at the camera right
right.
now.
I'm looking right at the camera. There's a little dot there,
Right.
but then like you're over here. I mean, I can barely see you. I can see your eyeball. I can see your. There you are. And then, but see, I can see your whole everything on the screen, which is off to the side. See? Sorry, guys. We'll get it dialed in at one point.
Whew.
All right. So I guess we'll start. I'll play the video. I already gave him credit, right?
Yeah. What was his name again?
His name is Richard Talks. And it says here, I'll just give you his little bio on his TikTok. Richard Talks, and he is a graduate in psychology, specialist in human behavior and personal growth and mental health. And then he posts daily videos on TikTok. So if you guys want to check him out, I've seen a few of his vids, and they're pretty good. So, yeah, but this thing in particular, it kind of hit close to home because Gloria and I are the biggest goofballs ever. and we're always talking shit, and we're always trying to, and it's never. I would never do anything to hurt her feelings, at least not on purpose, or
But the thing is that we're not that sensitive. Like,
no. I mean, we both have very thick skin, but I personally don't do anything or say anything in a malicious way to harm her. I don't want to see her. I don't want to be mean to her, and I don't want her to feel bad. That's not my intent ever. But yeah, I mean, playful banter here and there, and actually, people think it's funny when we do. Like Gloria said before, we'll go to family events, and we will start joking around or cracking jokes, and we're like acting whatever, and people are just like, "Oh, these two." So, I think Gloria more than me, because I kind of hide in my shell a little bit. I don't want to like.
he doesn't want to rock the boat.
Yeah. I try to be respectful all the time.
No, but I think we have fun.
Oh, yeah, we always have fun.
There may have been once or twice where I went overboard or you went overboard.
I mean, and
It's rare.
And it happens, right? You always say something that maybe I shouldn't have said that, or maybe I shouldn't have took that tone.
Right.
It happens. And it's very, very, very rare. But like I said, I personally don't want to be mean to her, and I don't want to say stuff that's going to offend her and make her feel some sort of way. So, I mean, I think joking around, talking smack, and just giving each other crap all the time is fine. It's normal.
And I think you should be able to do that with your significant other.
Yeah.
It's a way to connect. At least for me, it just kind of releases stress, and it makes him laugh, and it makes me laugh, and we have
And it makes you feel safe and comfortable
right,
with that person.
right.
Right.
But there's always respect there. It's never
Yeah.
done like disrespectfully or to hurt him or not on purpose, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
No, it's true. It's there's a mutual respect there. But I'm sorry, I was adjusting myself there. We are unscripted after all.
So
All
did
right.
you play the clip yet, or did I?
No, I'm going to
zone
play
out
it
for a
right
second?
now.
Oh, okay.
I'll play it right now. So this is and forgive me, guys. Like I said, we're kind of figuring stuff out and doing stuff. I think the first time we've played audio before, but not the video.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed that this works. Anyway, this is Robert Talks from TikTok.
Most people misunderstand this. Couples who joke and roast each other the most often have the strongest connection. It shows they pay attention to each other, noticing details and building comfort through shared moments. Roasting isn't just humor, it's understanding boundaries and knowing how far you can go without hurting. That's where everything shifts because real comfort allows honesty without damaging the connection. When something goes too far, they adjust because they care about how the other person feels. Truth is, what looks like disrespect is often deep comfort, where both still feel safe and understood. Yeah. Drop a 100.
I'd like to know people's opinion on that. You listeners out there, especially if you're in a relationship, I'd like to hear about your opinion on that. So hit us up on all the comment sections on all the streaming platforms. What do you think of that? What's your take or whatever? I mean, we kind of talking about it already.
No, yeah, I think it's pretty much on point. Like, has there ever been a time when I kind of overstepped?
Honestly, I won't get into detail. There were a couple times that kind of stung. Like I said, I won't go into detail,
No.
but I know that you're not. I don't know. I know it wasn't meant to do that. If that makes any sense, you weren't looking to like be a ultra bitch and like be mean.
No, I think sometimes people get carried away, and I think that's might have kind of happened. You
Yeah.
kind of get caught up in the moment, and you kind of just, or well, at least me.
And I will say though, I think sometimes, well, maybe all the time, there's issues or things behind the scenes that need to be worked on or discussed.
Yeah.
And that's kind of when they kind of rear their head when they pop up. So there might be something that you say that you didn't mean, but it's something that's bothers you, if that makes any sense. So it's like you'll say something, and like I said, the tone is important too, right? It's, I guess, how you...
Tone is so important.
Yeah.
You know, it's something that I've learned and Joel is working on.
The way she says that, I'm not that bad, am I?
No, you're not bad, but I mean, there are moments where...
All right, just so you guys know, I am of Latin descent, and I am a Puerto Rican. And not to go into any stereotypes or anything. But anyways, I digress. Continue.
Well, no, the thing is, it's like with the tone. I'm trying to be very cautious on the tone that I'm using, because sometimes...
It's funny because you will check me on that. Like, Glow will be like, watch your tone. And I think, hey, we get excited, right? We talk loud. But it's like, she's like, watch your tone, watch your tone. And I'm thinking, what are you talking about? Watch my tone. So I don't do it on purpose. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's because Joel is like very... I don't want to say... He's
Spit it out, lady.
an asshole.
Wow. That's kind of harsh.
No, he's
Remember just now when you asked me if you said anything that
that hurt your feelings.
that hurt my feelings.
Oh, poor baby.
You know what though? I'll own it because I can be kind of a...
No, he could be a dick.
That's because I've told you guys before. I can be
He
really
is
petty.
so petty.
Oof.
And the thing is, it's like, he's petty and I'm petty LaBelle.
So we try to out petty each other.
And it just makes the situation worse.
It's a recipe for disaster.
It is a recipe for disaster. But no, I always check him on his tone because
She does.
I don't know. See, here's the thing. One of my brothers,
Mm-hmm.
he has a loud voice,
Yes.
right? And it sounds like he's yelling at people and like being condescending.
Well, not yelling, but kind of like you said. Like
he's gotten better with it because when we were younger,
he does. When I met him, yeah, he has calmed down a little bit.
he used to get in trouble all the time in school because they used to say that he was too loud and he would yell all the time at people.
Mm-hmm.
And he would constantly get, like, when my mom had parent-teacher conferences, they would always be like, he's so loud. He's so aggressive. And my mom's like, he's just a loudspeaker.
Right.
You know? And he's gotten better as we've gotten older and stuff. But I don't know, I don't want to, like, say it's like a cliche or whatever, but Latin males tend to be loud.
Women.
We are... Our culture as a whole,
Yeah,
I think
we
is
are pretty loud.
We
Yeah.
are very loud people, very colorful,
Very animated.
very animated. And
Yes.
it's funny because, like, now that I'm bringing up tones, it's funny. We grew up and we would have, like, our little friends over, and my mom would be like, hey, guys, wash your hands. Dinner's ready. And our little friends would be like, should we leave?
Yeah, because they thought they were mad.
It was like, no, she was just telling us to sit down and wash our hands because dinner's ready.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. And then, you know, we'd be talking, all of us, and sometimes, you know, being Latin and stuff, we switch from English to Spanish, like in a heartbeat.
Spanglish.
Yeah. So we'd be talking, and we'd just be having like a normal conversation. My mama would ask us something, and my friends would look all nervous and stuff, and I'd be like, dude, calm down. Like, we're just talking about something that happened. It's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually they got used to it and stuff. But the first time our little like friends would come around and be like, are you in trouble? Should we leave? Is it okay? Should I call my mom to come pick me up? No, you're fine. It's just a conversation. But it is important to kind of measure your tone when you're talking to people. Like, I will check myself on that too, because
I mean, you know when you're being an asshole,
Yeah.
or like you're
But
just joking
sometimes-
around. You know.
No, but sometimes in the middle of like a conversation, if it gets heated and stuff, I lose track of my tone, and I have to check myself. Like, dude, lower, because sometimes I'll come across as like aggressive, but I'm not being aggressive. I'm just I'm very expressive.
I'm guilty of that too.
Right. So I'm a super expressive person. So I come across like I'm like being aggressive, but I'm not. I'm like the least aggressive person you'll ever meet.
One of my issues is I am very sarcastic and I'm very petty,
Yes.
and I don't necessarily say the tone raises, but there's I don't know how else I would describe it. There's a vibe. There's like I don't know. But yes, I am guilty. But I'm not like that all the time, people. I'm not.
No, but it is important to check your tone. So sometimes he'll even tell me like, watch yourself or calm down, And I think we do a pretty good job of calling each other out on like certain things. So there's boundaries too that we kind of don't cross.
Yeah. But the subject is joking around.
Yes.
And this is kind of an argument. I shouldn't call it an argument. So I was guilty a lot of self, kind of talking down about myself, which I haven't done a lot or at all.
You've gotten better with it.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm not. I'm not saying go do it or it's okay to do it, but if you're joking around, like I'm like I said, I'm really sarcastic. I like to crack jokes about stuff. Of course, I try to be careful not to be offensive or a complete dick about it, but yeah, I mean, I think because like with Glow and I, right? When we joke around, we'll make fun of each other. We'll it sounds horrible. It does. We'll insult each other, but it's not like mean insults. It's like just trying to make fun. You make fun of each other. Like I'll make fun of Glow and her forgetfulness, or she'll make fun of me and I shouldn't even say it because everyone will start giving me shit. My short arms. So okay, I have short arms. So she'll call me like a
T-Rex.
A T-Rex. Oh, the best one though, guys. Best one is we were in the kitchen one time, and Glow's like trying to reach for something, I think up in the cabinet or something. And then she looks at me, looks at my arms, and she's kind of like, "Can you get that for me?" Oh, never mind. That wasn't funny. That hurt my feelings. But we'll be digging at each other all like. I mean, it's not constant, but we do it often. But it's funny.
It's funny to me do my impression with the T-Rex noise that I do.
Oh, Glowzilla.
Yeah.
So that's one of my nicknames for Glow, especially when she tears through the house, being a terror. So it's Glowzilla, and I just kind of like make what is it? Here comes Glowzilla. Yeah. As I look at not the camera. I love Godzilla.
It sounds better when he does it out of nowhere because it's like unexpected.
Well, I don't want to blow people's eardrums out.
Well, yeah, but it's funny. I find that hilarious.
She
when
makes
he does
she
that.
it makes her laugh every
It
time,
does. You know,
even though I'm insulting her. Because I'm like, you're
because I know it's true. You know, I walk around like a velociraptor and,
making a mess everywhere.
yeah, I'm a walking disaster. I'm not even gonna lie about it, but it's little things like that, and it's like I know it's true. So what can you do? You just
Just
kind of
laugh about it.
about it. You know, it's just one of those things. It's like whatever. Like you know, it's meant in fun. You know, but it'd be different. You know, he makes fun about like my memory and stuff, and it's stuff that I can't help. You know, just I had a head injury, and just that's the way my brain is. You know, but there are times when I get stressed out because I'm like forgetting stuff.
Yeah, I could see it in her eyes sometimes.
Yeah,
It's kind of, I feel bad sometimes.
And it's nothing that like he can do or I can do. It's just kind of like part of my life now. It's like my routine. It's just I just go blink like
Your new normal.
right. It's been my new normal for a couple years, and you know sometimes it'll happen out of nowhere. Like you know we just had a conversation like 20 minutes ago, and I won't remember what the hell we talked about. And to me, it's like we never had that conversation, but to him, he's like adamant about it. You know, and there are times where I get stressed out and I just kind of like I want to cry and stuff because it's frustrating to me. I want to cry out of frustration, you know? And then he kind of knows kind of like not to you know, make fun of it obviously. But any other day when I'm having like a good day and stuff and we talk about it and he'll make fun of me and like we'll both laugh about it, you know? But it's like we know each other so well that we can read when it's an appropriate time and when it's not an appropriate time. And I think we play off of each other. And I think that's kind of like why it works with us and why it feels like I don't feel like I'm married. I feel like I live with like my best friend, you know, and it's fun. And, you know, because we're so comfortable around each other, it just becomes like second nature. You know, when Joel walks in, I could look at him and tell that he had like a bad day and, you know, I know how to approach him. And vice versa, you know, and that's how we kind of play off of each other.
And we know, like, I try to cheer her up. So I'll, like, my goofy self will do, like, you know, funny voices or. Sorry, guys. Like I said, I'll, like, with the self humor, right? The self deprecating humor. I will engage in that kind of stuff, but it's a playful thing. It's not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I mean, like, when you do it out in the real world, if you're like with your buddies or just in conversation or whatever, oh, you call yourself a dumbass or forgetful or, you know, whatever, stinky, whatever. I don't know. It's
Again, you know, that self-deprecation, I think, has a lot to do again with us being Latin. It's not an excuse, but
that is true. I
we
thought
are
about
so
that.
open about our flaws that
I mean, people give you nicknames based on your little quirks, for crying out loud.
right. I was gorda, like which means fatty.
Like I mean, they always come up with some kind of insult and turn it into a nickname.
Yeah, and it's like, you know, if you're tall and skinny, you're tolingo, you know, because you're tall and lean. And if you're short and fat, they call you chaparro or, you know, it just.
I used to know this one dude named Feo.
That's harsh.
Yeah, but that was his nickname. And for those of you that don't know, Feo in Spanish is
It's
ugly. And that was his name. And he was just like, hey, what's up, Feo? It's like, okay, that's my name. It's like, okay, he just accepted it. So it's like, I mean, but that is.
But that's how we are.
That's
like,
how it
our
is,
cultures are so different than, you know.
Not saying it's right.
It's not right. You know,
Yeah.
of course, it's trauma. It's all trauma that we have and we're used to it. And it's
Oh,
just
that's other videos that we saw actually earlier today
like, yeah.
about oh, well, you don't know how it was when we were kids. It's like, yeah, but you could have made life better for us.
me, you know.
It doesn't mean you have to repeat the cycle.
No, and that's the thing. I think you have to have a thick skin to be Latino. Especially because we're so, I guess, open with things like that.
I think you start at a young age with that,
Yeah.
and you get kind of conditioned. However, I will say
It doesn't make it right, though.
no, absolutely not.
No.
But I will speak for myself, and this is, I mean, it's kind of a little bit in a different direction. So myself, I think my thick skin I developed later on because I know well, for those of you who don't know, I ran away from home when I was 15 because a lot of, I mean, I won't go into great detail in this, right now, but clashing with my parents and just, I don't think I couldn't handle it. Like, you know what I mean? And I saw an out and I took it. My life went completely off the rails and off to the one direction. But I didn't develop that skin, I think, until later on. And part of it was me putting up walls and boundaries around myself. And I kind of talked about this with some of my friends earlier. I didn't really have friends. I was isolating. I was, and I think there's a word that I'm trying to kind of spit out. I guess jaded. I don't know. I started becoming, I started really disliking people and not trusting anyone, not wanting to make friends. Everyone's out to screw me over. Which, yeah, I'm not like that now, but I was heading that way.
Right. And I think when you go through something like traumatic, like me, I talk about my trauma and all that stuff that I've been through, whatever. And I find that, and it's a cliche, comedians often laugh at their own trauma. Like if
Right.
you listen to some stand-up comedian story,
I think that helps you deal with stuff.
right? That's what I was gonna say. And for me, I was, I've talked about this in the past. I was molested as a kid, and sometimes, I'll make a joke out of my trauma, and it's not funny. I don't think. The
Yeah,
way
but
that
you're not. But you're not directly. You're not making fun of, I guess, the acts of
No,
itself.
It's just a way to kind of deal with it,
Right.
And a lot of times people will be like, "Oh my God, that's such a crazy joke," and it's just like, I guess humor is like, what's that saying?
I think it's a coping mechanism to deal with things.
It's a coping mechanism. Obviously
Humor, and that's kind of like our thing, right? So this podcast is, we talk about mental health and depression because Gloria and myself, we were diagnosed with depression and we went through a bunch of traumatic things, but we're not trying to like wallow in it or
No.
and then that's how Glo and we've been through most of our lives. I mean, when I go through things, I always try to joke around about it or make light of it just so I can deal with it better. So it's like, it's
not the fact that like we find the trauma
that we don't
itself,
care.
right? And like I joke about myself. I'll make a joke or something. Just something random.
Mm-hmm.
Where I think at one point, I don't know if I've said it or not, but it was a joke about predators.
Oh yeah.
And we were talking about like imagination and predators and stuff. And Joel's like, that doesn't happen in real life. I was like, well, I had to worry about, being molested as a kid. So that's a different type of, but it was a joke. And it's not anything that I would ever say to like somebody else. I would
Right.
never, ever in a million years make fun of somebody else or somebody's situation. I don't find the abuse funny at all.
No, the
It's
abuse
not,
isn't funny.
you know,
Mm-mm.
but like I said, it makes it easier to kind of like process and just kind of, deal with it, and it's not right. It's not, obviously, I don't believe it should happen to anybody, but when you can kind of take the power away from it and not make it be, I guess, so traumatizing,
Mm-hmm.
it's like it gives you your power back. It gives me the sense of I am in control now. You can't hurt me anymore.
Yeah.
You have no place in my life. I am stronger than this situation. This situation doesn't define who I am as a person. It molded me into becoming a person that's, very kind, very caring, very open, nurturing, and all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna say that it was good that I went through the trauma. Obviously, nobody deserves to go through any sort of trauma like that, especially a child.
That opens up a whole nother discussion that I was having with friends of mine.
Right.
Because some, like, bad things happen to everyone, right? It
Right.
always happens. But do you, like, I guess it's your perspective on if the bad thing is good? Like, not that bad is good, but bad happens. And, like, if something bad happens to you, it actually being a good thing, I guess a good thing in disguise, to put it kind of as simply as I can, if that makes any sense. But anyway, that's, like I said, a whole nother discussion.
Right. But, like I said, being from the Latino culture and being exposed to both sides, right? Both the Latino side and, the American side. When it comes to death, we mock it. We laugh, we party, we celebrate, and in the American culture, it's not like that. You mourn and you're sad and,
Mhm. Well, yeah, in Latin culture, it's celebrated because, they're celebrating your life. It's
right.
not. It's not.
It's a celebration of life.
Yeah,
it's
of
not,
life. Yeah.
And it's just sometimes people look at our culture and they're like, "Oh, that's so harsh," or "How could you do that?" They just passed away last week, and it's just like, for us, it's the norm,
Mhm.
to celebrate and to express and to be happy. And if you've ever come across like a Latin family, that we're very like loving towards each other. We're not very open. Not a lot of us are told that we're loved as kids. A lot of us were. Some of us weren't.
Or barely. Yeah.
Or barely. We were taught not to show our emotions, not to cry, whether you're a man or a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Men don't cry.
Especially the men.
Right.
Yeah.
Men do not cry. You have to be stoic and be like the
Ooh,
leader.
and don't mention depression. That's a
Yeah.
that's a no word.
That's like a big no-no.
Yeah, that
And,
doesn't exist.
For us, the females, it's just as bad. We are kind of expected to be like warriors without emotion and just kind of marching forward and just, be stoic all the time and be strong and not show emotions. And if you show emotions, stop being a little bitch. It's just, no. And I think that's when humor comes in, and that's when you kind of need to like relax a little bit and just kind of like go with it, And again, trauma's not funny, but if
No.
you make light of it, it's easier, at least for me, to deal with it. Everybody deals with their traumas like in their own way,
I mean, and kind of back to like kind of the main subject of today. It's I mean, I think the humor and the playfulness and sarcasm and all that stuff, it, like I said, it makes you feel safe. It makes you feel comfortable with the other person.
Right.
I think it keeps you even more open because then your guard's down, right? You don't need to put a guard up at all ever. like around here, I never have my guard up. I mean, I'm relaxed and things we can speak freely and
the thing is, it's like we don't put on an act for any, like how
no.
we're acting with each other right now
Yes.
is how we act with each other like all the time, all the time. You know,
Yeah, what you see is what you get, pretty much. Although I will say, like I'm kind of socially awkward, so especially around crowds and new people, I get kind of like quiet, and I'm an observer anyway. I like to kind of stand back
No.
and watch.
and the thing is that I'm in the middle. You know, I'm very loud, obnoxious, funny. I engage with people until I'm done, and then once I'm done, it's just like, all right, I need my space. Let's go home. You know. And I think that's where Joel and I kind of differ. I'm a little bit more outgoing. I'm a little bit more outspoken, a little bit more obnoxious, for lack of a better word, you know.
I wouldn't say you're obnoxious.
No,
You're very nice and like talkative, and you'll talk to people out. I mean,
and
obnoxious,
if I'm
I wouldn't say.
no, but if I'm super comfortable with you, yes, I can be obnoxious. If I'm very comfortable with you, you know, obnoxious in the fact that I laugh at everything and I just poke fun at everything, and
Right.
like I said, I had a rough bringing up and a rough childhood. My adulthood is completely different. You know, I like to laugh. I like to make people laugh, you know. And if I can make a few people laugh a day, that kind of makes me feel good. So,
Right.
you know, don't take life too seriously. I mean, we're all going to end up in the same place. So have
And
fun
don't-
while you can.
And don't take your partner seriously either, because look at him.
Oh, Lord. Look at him. Look at that. That's all mine right there.
I was a catch, you know it.
Catfish.
I was catfished. I remember the first time I met her, I was like, wow, she's tall.
But
I don't know why. In her pictures, I thought she was kind of a tiny person. And then she gets out of her car,
And I'm like 6 foot.
she's as tall as I am. Look at me dead in the eyeballs.
No, but the thing is, it's like, I'm not dainty. There's nothing ladylike about me. Like, yes, you know, I know how to act when I'm in a dress, and yes, you know, I know proper etiquette or whatever, but
She does clean up very nicely.
I do, and I promise, like,
I
you
love
know,
I love when she dresses up, like because I think she looks very nice. Like she's very good at picking dresses and like putting herself together. She's very good at it. Me, I just throw on whatever.
but no, the thing is like, my job is very physical. I'm bending, you know, scooping, picking up, dropping off.
Cleaning people.
Well, not so much now, but
Right. But that's kind of part of.
yeah, if I have to, I will. I'm not
Yeah.
above it. But I mean, even though I don't deal with like that anymore, I'm still constantly bending down, picking up, assisting with lifting, and helping them stand up. And you know, I'm not gonna wear a dress. I'm not gonna go fancy
No.
to work. I can't. The nails, I don't have them on right now because it's gardening season. It's summer. I like to get dirty and, you know, be outside. So I don't wear the nails in the summertime. And I just think it's important, you know, to like be yourself.
Yeah.
But it's also important to kind of not be yourself, if that makes sense. You know, how can I put it? I have done a lot of like inner child, I guess, healing, and that term sounds kind of weird to certain people, you know, because they're like, "What the hell?" Healing your inner child, and what that means, and to me, it's like experiencing all the things that I never got to experience as a kid, and allowing myself to live in the moment and enjoy it for what it is in that particular moment. You know, and that's why I think it's so important to laugh and to like relax and to be able to be open with your partner, because a lot of us as kids, when we were growing up, we didn't get that. We weren't able to express ourselves, you know, you were a kid, you were seen and not heard. And if you were heard, you would hear, you would get,
You'd hear the back of
you'd hear
somebody.
the back of somebody's hand, And that's why I think it's important to kind of be childish when you can. It doesn't matter. I get so many eye rolls when, sometimes, yes, I do dress up occasionally. Yes, I do but sometimes I have funky clothes that I wear and just,
Oh, we just bum around.
right.
Yeah.
Or, sometimes I'll have unicorn shoes on and I'm a full grown ass woman. I'm in my 40s. And people look at me like, aren't you a little too old? I was like, well, mind your goddamn business, Let me be me. You're not buying my bill. You're not buying my shoes. You're not buying my clothes. Don't tell me how to dress. But I think it's important to be able to express yourself how you can. And if it means wearing unicorn shoes and a bubblegum shaped purse, if that makes you happy, then do it.
What do I always tell you?
What?
You do you, boo.
You do you, boo. But no, I think that it is important to kind of have that space to give yourself to be able to laugh, watch stupid movies that you watched as a kid, and Joel and I do that a lot.
And watch cartoons.
We watch cartoons. We, have cereal.
Yes.
We have our moments, and that's fine. People will look at us and be like, oh, that's so immature. But guess what? I'm having a grand old time with my husband.
No kidding.
We
had fun.
we have so much fun,
It was funny one time I was so I'm in my room and I think I was sick at the time. I was really sick. So I went to work and then I'm in bed and I was watching old Transformers cartoons and G.I. Joe. And I was just kind of sitting and my feet were kind of off the edge of the bed and I'm kind of bouncing my feet. And she just starts laughing because she's like, oh my God, it's like watching a little kid watch his cartoons. And, but it was awesome. I mean, even though I was sick as a dog, but.
Yeah, but what did I do? I climbed into bed and we watched cartoons together.
And we curled up and watched cartoons. We were just watching, what were we watching? We were watching
G.I. Joe, I think.
G.I. Joe.
We went back and forth because
Transformers, and we were watching, I think, old episodes of Miami Vice. We were like on an 80s kick or whatever.
But I mean, that's perfectly fine. And like I said, you have to have those moments, especially for us. Everything that we've been through, since we've been married, we've been through so much.
Mm.
And, wages lost. We almost burned our house down. We almost, we've gone. Joel and I have gone through so much
in a short amount of time.
In a short amount of time that we've been husband and wife, that it's if we don't take those moments to kind of blow off steam and kind of goof off with each other.
Like
and
I
just
said, that's our coping. That's how we
cope. And it'll annoy the crap out of some people, but at the end of the day, there's nothing to me. The days where when my mom was in the hospital after she had her stroke, and I cannot tell you how many times I walked in the door just devastated, just tired and stressed out. And then a week later, my grandmother had a stroke. So it was my mom and my grandma were on opposite ends of the city, both going through the same thing, different hospitals, different therapies. And I cannot tell you guys the relief I got walking into the door, being able to just bawl and cry and just, let everything out with him. And then we'd have a snack and watch movies and just kind of laugh afterwards, And
it'd be the dumbest movies.
We were watching Pee Wee Herman at the time and just,
Not that Pee Wee Herman was dumb.
No, but,
classic.
Movies that we're too old to be, enjoying or whatever,
Whatever.
And that is such a good feeling to know that when my world was falling apart, I can come home and be myself and just goof off with Joel.
And it
I
makes you
didn't
and it
have-
makes you feel better.
It made me feel better.
Yeah.
It gave me space to kind of
It makes you feel safe and
to
Yeah.
like breathe and come home and just be okay for a little bit, because I knew that the next day I would be gone for I would be gone for like weeks at a time,
Yeah.
during that time. And I can't tell you guys the relief and the release and just the joy that it is to have somebody to like come home to and
goof off.
goof off with and just be myself with and not have to make decisions for a little bit. And
Well, you do have to decide what cartoon we're gonna watch.
well, outside of that, but
Speaking of, who
Yeah.
knows where I can get Tom and Jerry? I want it. I think I talked about that before.
yeah, a few times.
Hey, I like Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
Speaking of, like, I bought. This was a while ago. I have all. I think you can. You can stream like the old cartoons.
Certain cartoons.
But I loved them so much. I bought the DVD sets when they came out. So I have like all of the Transformers cartoons. I got all of the G.I. Joe ones. I think I bought the movies because they had the movies too. Gosh, I watched a lot of that stuff.
You know what I was just thinking? A little off topic, but on topic. If you think about like any traumatizing moment that we've had together, we always kind of like, for instance, like when our house broke down, or when our house broke down,
Burnt.
or when our house burnt, we were just kind of sitting at the dinner table, big ass hole on the side of my house.
Oh my
just-
gosh.
And I wanted to cry because I was like, how the hell are we going to fix this? And
You can literally see the street from our dining room.
yeah, you could see the moon from our basement.
You can see the moon from our basement.
That's how bad it was. And I just remember I was like, I laughed. And then I started singing, the bridge is falling down. Or no, burning down, burning down.
And then it was near Christmas time. So Gloria, because of course they put plywood up and stuff. 'cause
Yeah.
They had they patched this humongous hole in the side of our house. And Gloria decorated them to look like presents because she's like, I don't even want to decorate for Christmas. Because, I mean, the wind was taken out of the sails because of the fire.
Yeah.
So, but she's like, no, I'm gonna decorate. So she made the plywoods look like giant presents.
Presents,
It was
and
kind of cool. Actually.
We got a little tree.
Yeah.
You have to find the bright side and stuff. But where I was going with it is that day that we were having dinner, it stuck out on me because then Joel came up with another song that had to do with fire. And then I started singing, we didn't start the fire.
Oh,
and
we're
then-
just making jokes about it.
Yeah. And any song with fire,
It became like a game.
it did.
We were trying to come up with like lyrics that say fire or
or
like
burning or
or
smoke.
yeah, smoke.
Yeah.
And it was just us joking around. Meanwhile, we have a big gaping hole in the side of the house.
But you have to find, as a couple, there was so much stress during that time. And
Yeah.
then Joel, around that time, also lost his job.
Yep, that sucked.
And it was just like one thing after the other
Yeah,
after
it
the other.
was.
And if it wasn't for the relationship that we have with humor and being able to tease each other and to play off of each other, I think we would have ended up getting divorced. And I'm not even saying that as a joke, because there was so much stress in the first couple of months of our marriage that I think if we hadn't been mentally, I guess, capable of processing it somehow, I think there would have been.
Well, I don't know if I would go that far to say that.
Well,
but
maybe not a divorce, but there definitely would have been a separation.
there.
I think so. I think with my stress levels, I probably would have asked for a break. And I'm not joking. I'm being like honest, But again, because we have the relationship where we can communicate about, our issues, we can tease each other about things. I think that kind of lightened the mood.
Made you deal with it better.
It made me deal with it better because tensions were really high around that time.
Well, yeah.
We were both going through.
Well, we had just got married.
Yeah.
That was already
a circus.
Well, let's just keep it real, right? Weddings ain't cheap.
It's not.
And even we had a budget, and it still wasn't that cheap. And then the fire, and then me losing my job, and then
my mom.
Yeah, family members getting ill, like multiple people,
was like in a row,
one thing after the other.
And
it was ridiculous.
It was so hard, and like I said, and then when my grandmother was sick, I wasn't working because I had to be in the hospital with her. Like, once my mom and my grandmother are in the hospital, like that's where I'm gonna be.
So
like,
basically, Glow was not really bringing in any money either. She had a bunch of other stuff going on. It was one thing after the other.
It was
ridiculous.
Joel wasn't working. I was technically not working. Thankfully, we had people kind of encouraging us and helping us on the side. And we found a way through it.
And a lot of it was us just humor and kind of, just being there, like me trying to make her laugh and her, vice versa. So it's like, I don't know. I think it brought us closer together too, because I think the teasing and, whatever, I think not only does it make you more comfortable with your partner, it makes you more open, but it's comfort. It makes you stronger.
It does.
Yeah.
And, honestly, there are days where I know I'm pushing Joel's buttons, and there are days where he's pushing my buttons, and we kind of just have a burst of, I don't know, we get mad at each other. I'm like, whatever, I separate myself. He does his own thing. And then eventually it's like, we kind of have to get over it, because we're stuck with each other. It's not like I could just be like, I'm going home. I don't have to take this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He can't go home. I can't go home because this is home. We live together.
Yep.
We have bills together. We have animals together. So it's kind of like tough shit. Like, you don't like me?
What is it? Suck it up, buttercup.
Suck it up, buttercup. And I tell him, I was like, oh, you're tired of me? Go take a nap. I was like, get over it.
She sure does.
I do. That. I was like, you're tired of me? Which personality would you like me to bring out? I have a rotating personality.
Go take a nap.
Go take a nap.
Anyways.
Yeah.
So I think we'll leave it at that.
All right.
But yeah, you guys out there, like, yes, life can be serious, of course, but it's like you got to look at the brighter things and and like if you're in a couple, like if you're in a relationship, that's one way to kind of deal with stuff. And I don't think being the playful back and forth is a bad thing. It's actually, I think, a good thing.
It is. And when I think, like, two people that have been kind of through traumatic situations, your situation is way different than mine. But I think that's kind of a bonding that we have, because we understand, not that we were in the same situation, but we kind of understand each other and like what you felt and how I felt. And, I think if you use your horrible trauma as humor, at least in my case, in his case, it's a healing. It might not sound like it's healing to other people, but to me, I can look at all the stuff that we've been through and laugh. We've been to crack motels together You know,
Did we ever say it? I think I'm pretty sure we
no,
told that.
we've talked about it.
Where they had a sign on the counter, no one allowed with plastic bags for
Yeah,
luggage.
if you have a garbage bag as luggage, we can't check you in.
Then the
That should have
place-
been a first indicator.
And the place smelled like Clorox and God knows what else.
And then just recently, the whole tire situation that happened while we were, the day before the Post Malone concert.
Yeah, we posted videos on TikTok.
Yeah, but we found the humor in it. Did we want to kill each other in the moment? Yes, for a second we did. But once we kind of sat down and kind of started to figure things out, we kind of laughed about it. And now we laugh, and it's just like,
That's
whatever.
like right now we're having car issues, right?
Yeah, but that's besides the point.
No, but I'm saying we're not. I mean, people can, sit and wallow and be pissed and
Right.
whatever about it, but we're grateful that we're able to still get around and it is what it is.
It's just a temporary setback.
Right.
And when you can look at a shitty situation that you're in, if you have somebody in your life to kind of shoot the shit with and kind of, it's not just my burden, it's our burden, and we'll figure it out together. It's just one of the many pieces that kind of binds us.
Yes.
We don't have a perfect marriage. I'm very flawed.
I'm not.
Get over yourself, ho.
Did you just call me a garden tool?
I did. But, there has to be a balance. And you can't focus on the bad stuff all the time. So
Nope.
that's all I have to say.
That's her story, and she's sticking to it.
Yes.
All right, you guys. So
You
we'll
done?
leave it there, huh?
You done?
Oh yeah, the
You
lady.
done now?
The lady from the restaurant. Are you done?
You done now?
That reminds me of a story. This is completely unrelated.
Okay.
So one time I was working at this job, and a bunch of us guys are standing around like, "Hey, what are we doing for lunch?" And there was a Chinese restaurant that we regularly went to or ordered from. And then, at one point, I think they recognized our voices because they'd be like, "Oh, hi," and then there was one time I called, and my nickname was JR. So, that's what everybody called me, and that's what everyone knew me by. So I called, I ordered the food for us, whatever, and they asked my name. So I said, it's JR. How you spell that? And everybody just started laughing.
How do you spell that?
How you spell that? And then I looked at the phone. I'm like, JR? And yeah, that was like a running joke for the longest, especially around lunchtime. Have them call the Chinese restaurant. How you spell that?
JR.
Anyways,
guys, thank you for joining us. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
all right, you guys. So, I just want to let you guys know not to forget the website, sessionsandlessonsunscripted.com. And if you want to drop us a line, suggestions, you want to joke around with us, whatever, sessionsandlessonsmail@gmail.com. Also, we're on all the socials pretty much. A lot of activity on TikTok and Facebook, mainly. But we're out there, not hard to find us at all. I also want to give a shout out to my buddies Gary and AJ. Right now, the Northman coaching devotionals with AJ. You can listen to that every morning. AJ is on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And that's for the morning devotional. And Gary Holtz, life coach Gary Holtz, has his new podcast, which is on Tuesdays and Thursdays, about the 7 deadly sins, and he discusses that. And it's a really interesting. It's insightful. Both podcasts are. So if you guys want to check that out, check them out. Northmancoaching.com. And and if you guys need life coaching, give Gary a shout.
A ring-a-ding-ding.
A ring-a-dingy-ding. At northmancoaching.com. They also have a brotherhood of men that they meet almost every day. And it's a group of guys that get together and they talk about stuff, and they get really deep in conversations, and they go over just life stuff. And you're allowed to just, let it all out if you need to. So it's a great group. Check them out. You can access that through their website. It's called the Northman Brotherhood. For sure, check those guys out. So, great guys. You have anything, man?
Yes, when you're done checking everybody out, come check me out.
You want to rephrase that, lady? Speaking of garden hose or garden tools.
Right, check me out. No, come on over to Glowing Off Script. It's a podcast that I am a host on. And
well, it's your podcast.
It's my podcast. While we're on the subject of my podcast and your podcast, just so you guys know, this podcast of Sessions and Lessons is both of ours. It's not my husband's show. It's not my show. It's our show.
Okay, let's talk about this real quick. So Gloria brought to my attention that there's people that come to her and say, "Hey, oh yeah, I listened to your husband's show."
I don't listen to your podcast.
I don't listen to your podcast. I listen to your husband's.
Bruh. Seriously?
Bruh. It is our show. This is Sessions and Lessons is our show. It's not only my show. My lovely wife is part of it as well. Look at her. She's lovely.
Look at me. I'm all lovely.
Every Friday.
Fix Gloria. Right here. That's me. The fixed one.
And that's the one with her hair did.
Busted Gloria.
Busted Gloria.
Busted.
Gloria.
Nice Gloria, right? Wait, where is it?
You're close.
There.
There it is.
So anyways, guys, come check me out at Glowing Off Script. I release episodes every Friday. And currently I am looking for, I was going to say hosts. Well, I'm looking for co-hosts. Temporary co-hosts.
Guest
co-host.
Guest co-host.
Yes. If you have something funny, interesting, something you want me to cover, anything, you guys can always reach out to me at gloingoffscript@yahoo.com. Also, I'm available for streaming on all major platforms. I had
Looked like you had a brain fart there.
I did. I'm available on all platforms. Look me up. I'm also on wait, where am I? TikTok? I will figure that out and I will let you guys know, because I'm going to start being a little bit more active on socials, because I am so bad at being social on social media. So that's one of the things I'm working on.
We have had a meeting about this.
I have been told
a few times.
I have been shunned.
You're not shunned.
No, so be sure to check me out, guys. Seriously, every Friday. And again, if you're interested in being a guest, a co-host, whatever, you have something funny, dramatic, something you want me to cover.
Gloria just wants to hang out with you.
I do. I just want to hang out and chat. And then I'm gonna be I'm not gonna say anything yet, but there will be changes coming to the podcast format. So I hope you guys will kind of stick around, and I will let you guys know as the details unfold. But I'm making changes on the podcast, just, for the better, I'm hoping, trying new things out, and we'll see where that goes. But just be sure to check me out every Friday, and I'll keep you guys posted on all the upcoming changes.
But she said.
What I said.
And one last thing. I wrote a book.
Did you really?
I did.
Oh.
Oh, wait. It's there. Look, I can touch the book.
It's a good book, you guys. Very fast read. Very.
It's an easy read.
Yep.
It's called May December and the Ballad of Joey Flowers. You can pick it up right now on Amazon and Amazon Kindle. There's also a bookstore called StudioMoonfall.com if you're in the Kenosha, Wisconsin area, upper northern Illinois area. They also have a website, StudioMoonfall.com, if you want to go on there and shop. And pick up your copy today. And if you have a Kindle machine, one of those Kindle doohickeys.
One of those Kindle boxes.
One of those Kindle boxes. The Kindle version right now is $200. I was going to say 200. No, don't do that.
No.
$2.99.
$200. It better do my dishes.
It's like the size of an encyclopedia.
Right.
It's just the front. It's like 10 feet long.
No, but seriously, you guys, check the book out. It's a very fast read and it's very interesting. I'm not just saying that because he's my husband and I want you to buy the book.
I wrote a check. Yeah, right. I don't even know how to write checks anymore. It's so long.
Shush.
Anyways, so yeah, pick up a copy. Like I said, it's in Kindle. It's $2.99. You can't beat that with
Ooh,
a
what
stick.
a bargain.
Yeah. See, she likes it. So we like it. Anything else? Is that it?
No, sir. Just remember to drink your coffee and sip your tea.
That's right. And you guys, remember, where's the camera? Where is it?
This way.
You got it. Oh, I'm going to buy one of those little birds. Life's unscripted. Author the ending.
Ooh, that was so deep.
That sounded dirty.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. We truly appreciate you. Spread the word, please. And we'll see you guys on the next episode.
Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Leave already.
Why are we still here? Oh, operator, sorry. Goodbye.
Bye.